If you feel like you've been doing everything right, like you've been eating well, you've been moving your body, you've been trying to stay consistent, and yet that weight keeps on creeping up and up and up, I want you to hear this first. This is not because you're failing. This is not because you've suddenly lost all your willpower. My name is Christy, and I went into early menopause at 38. I thought I was simultaneously losing my mind while turning into Blanche from the Golden Girls. So I started to research, I started understanding what was happening in my body and using science-proven diet and lifestyle strategies. And now I feel better than I did in my early 30s, and I know you can too. So weight gain in this season of life, especially around the midsection, is one of the most common frustrations that I hear from women in their 40s and beyond every single day. And it's also one of the most misunderstood. For a long time, we were taught that weight is mostly about two things: what you eat and how much you moved, calories in and calories out. And earlier in life, yeah, that equation made sense and it worked for the most part. But as our hormones are starting to shift and fluctuate, life gets fuller, heavier, more demanding, and that equation just becomes incomplete. What we need to understand is that we're not a calculator and we're not an equation. It's not calories in, calories out anymore. Now we're dealing with the complexities of the hormones. We've got insulin and cortisol, melatonin. Of course, we've got estrogen, progesterone, testosterone. We're dealing with this beautiful symphony of hormones that need to work together. And often the biggest piece of the puzzle that's missing is stress. And I don't just mean like emotional stress, I mean like total stress, mental load, constant decision making, poor sleep, under eating, not drinking when you're thirsty, always being on. And think about it, when your body is under chronic stress, it adapts, it becomes more protective. Chronic stress to your body reads, we are under attack. This is a fight or flight situation. So what does the body do? It will protect you. It becomes more conservative, more focused on survival than on anything else, much less fat loss. So you can be doing all the right things, but if your system feels under threat, your body will respond by holding on. And this is where so many women get stuck because the scale doesn't move. And so they eat a little bit less, they train a little harder, they tighten up, they push through the exhaustion. But from the body's perspective, that looks like more stress, not the solution. And then of course the self-blame starts. So if this is you, nothing has gone wrong. Your body isn't broken. It's responding to the inputs. This phase of life requires a different lens, a different approach, not more discipline, but more compassion and more understanding. I'm not saying that food and exercise don't matter because they absolutely do, but they work best when they're layered onto a better stress regulation system, an adequate recovery, and enough fuel, and a nervous system that doesn't feel like it's constantly running from a bear. This is why understanding why your body is responding the way it is matters so much. If you take nothing else from this video, weight gain after 40 is very often not a motivation problem at all. It's a load problem. And the solution isn't doing more, it's putting your energy in the right. If this explanation gave you even a little relief or helped something click, you're not alone. You are in the right place. I talk a lot about how stress and hormones and energy and sleep and diet all intersect and how to make sense of it and how you can actually implement these strategies in a way that's doable when you have a full-time job, when you have a busy family. I help you understand what your body is actually asking for. I've got a blog post that dives into this a little bit deeper. I will link that below this video. You can subscribe, read a little bit more, or reach out if you have any questions. You are not failing, you're not behind. Your body is just responding to the inputs that it's given, and we can definitely sort you out.